Good morning. My name is John Smati from class DSB 3A. My ID is 01 DSB 19F1018. About history of architecture, assignment 2. Mine is part of a Sabah traditional longhouse, Rugus Mulut longhouse. Definition of traditional house. The term of traditional applies to both range of house build style and each with own unique features. They use a traditional building materials such as brick, wood, plaster, cocos, and stone. While a modern architecture, on the other hand, is rejected the class flourished in favor of simple, clean design. The longhouse is one of the traditional dwelling that can be found on Borneo Island that is belong to Dayak community, which can be found in Sarawak and Sabah, Malaysia, and Kalimantan Barat. And second one is construction and structure. As you can see here, the building was built based on Murut people architecture design. The main building was constructed using a local timber, belian, as is a hardwood, particularly on the building structure and pillar of higher house for evading from the danger of wild animals, such as wild animals. The humongous building of Murut longhouse alone stretched for 20 acres. This means two street block. Design approach in traditional longhouse was found to implement in the ventilation opening system, structure design, and daylight system. The original design of the longhouse allowed natural vent and ventilation by providing largest opening on roof, which is known as kabang, and fixed transom on the upper part of the wall. Passive structure design was design of the fixed transom of the longhouse provide solar protection to the longhouse interior by having high roof and the presence of a loft space for residents. The use of the indigenous materials such as timber, bamboo, sago plant leaf increase the effectiveness of the passive structure design and ventilation openings. Next is materials. Most Borneo traditional dwellings are built from local materials such as we can found in the locals, that is bamboo, ironwood, sago plant leaf, which are having a characteristic of low thermal mass and permeable that can be removed and replaced with zero cost. The properties of the material reduce heat gains and allow natural ventilation. This is eco-friendly for buildings. The indigenous materials are known to have low thermal mass, which insulated the longhouse from exterior heat from the sun. This is solar heat. And other one is light tunnel or transparent roof covering are used to provide daylighting to the dim longhouse interiors, especially apartments that were built side by side. The design approach that can be found in traditional house is actually longhouse is the room is like a apartment, but it's very closer to the neighbors. Even you can knock the neighbors and you can hear them. In the past, traditional longhouse depends on passive design to achieve thermal comfort by natural ventilating. Some of the features still survive function until today, like bamboo and other bamboo, ironwood, and sago plant leaf is easy to find in the local area. Then other materials like such as brick clay, cement, expensive metals is harder to find than using this, so they use bamboo and ironwood instead of steel, while sago plant leaf is used for roofing and walls, making walls. To the next is special features about the longhouse. From observation during the field work that I do, it was found that almost all of the longhouse has fixed transom on top of the apartment front wall. The function of fixed transom is more effective in presence of the passive ventilation features in the longhouse. For example, the original floor of the apartment and gallery of the Sabah longhouse was made from split bamboos before underwent renovation. This means the bamboos will be used for the flooring, and sometimes used for the railing and the walls also, the structure of the walls before they putting the sago plant, sago leaf. The longhouse was built on steel, which is stand until today. The combination of the passive function of the rise floor, split bamboo, and fixed transom will effectively provide ventilation to the apartment interior, where windows are limited. That is, apartment area means room for each family. Without windows, the ventilation is coming from below, from the floor. The floor that was made from this wood, this bamboo wood. That was apart like 0.5 millimeter of spacing, while the air can uprise to the spacing or roof, no, spacing for the space for the family, while constructing without the window for each part of the house, each part and each unit of the space of each family. By applying the stack effect concept, cooling air comes from under the rest. That was I trying to explain before. Floor raised from the floor through the split bamboo floor, and hot air will rise and exit from the fixed transom and other opening on the top. Having the rise floor and opening of the floor will assist the ventilation of the traditional house. And next is size and design. There are three key features of the extremist house: built on high stilt, high roof, and decorative building elements. 2. One of the functions of the high stilt is to provide ventilation. Wind velocity is higher on the high place. The higher the stilt, the higher the wind velocity can enter the house. That means the higher the floor of the house, and the higher of the floor of the house, and the bamboo was put side by side with gaping. This can permit air to enter with great amount of air circulating inside. And a house with wall, roof, and floor openings together with the highest stilt has high wind velocity of 154 to 173 miles per second, as compared to longhouse that only has window opening and lower still, where the wind velocity is only around between 221 to 57 millimeter per second. The apartment is in the longhouse are built side by side, which lead to inadequate number of windows. So while the space is side by side, it's so impossible to put a window while you are at the center of the longhouse. So they use this type of trick or type of design to adequate number of windows, and daylight also built to accommodate around 200. It was accommodation around 200 to 300 people in each longhouse. This is like 54 family member. Each is 54, maximum is 10 A5. Longhouse range in length of from 30 to several hundred feet, while archaeologists have found that post hole pattern of the two longhouse that were 364 feet and 400 feet long, the longer than a football field and even longer than city block. However, a typical longhouse like Murut longhouse was 180 to 220 feet long, depends on the family and resident in the community in this for this longhouse. And next is planning and layout. Planning layout. The space is consists of seeing area that is also can be a meeting area for neighbors to sit along, talk along, discussing something. And then also at the center of the longhouse, not at the center, at the beside the seeing area or meeting area, there's also a walkway for passing through to from the end of the staircase to the end of the staircase, the other side. And at the front of the window, front of the door, they have a what we call it room, which is for only family members, and it also can be called a porch for family member, so they can sit there doing something like doing knitting or something with the work. Number 4 is living space, or is a multi-purpose room. This is can be used to be a living space, guest sleeping space, meeting space, also can be used for dining space to eat. And right beside the living space, there also has for only family member, that is a master sleeping space only for family member. Not anyone can enter that one space, very easy. And number 6 is open bath. Actually, this open bath is very open, just has a few walls, and it also can be used as a toilet, open toilet, and can be used for bath, can use for rinsing rice, cooking, washing vegetable and something. 7 is health room, or usually people put some storage in it, what we call a storage room, so they can put like meat, vegetables, onion, something in this part, so they can easy from the storage room to the preparation food room. And lastly, at the last corner or the back or the rear of the building, there is last section of the space. This is food preparation room that is right beside the storage room. Food preparation room is also they will call it is a kitchen for cooking, cooking rice or something. Lastly is roof design. A traditional longhouse also use sago plant that are or in scientific name or scientific scientific name called Metrolion sagu as roofing cover beside timber shingles. They can use a timber shingles, or they can use a sago leaf for the roofing. Actually most of them use a sago leaf, but the more better is shingles leaf, shingles timber. That's why the shingles timber is something that from timber they slice it into thin pieces like the tiles. They put it and arrange it, but that's actually very not easy to done, so they use the simple way. This is use the sago leaf, but sago leaf has also this disadvantage. This is also can be perishable. The second one is longhouse roof use sago plants. That is the environmentally friendly materials is which is actually a leaf of the sago. It's a leaf that can be very waterproof, where it is suitable to be used as a roofing cover. Commonly the sago plant that is used as the alternative of timbers shingles is also used as a wall covering, which they use a bamboo and they use the sago leaf and they squish it together and become a wall, a thinner wall. But they have to change the walls every now and then. The sago leaf also has a low thermal mass in the sago plant that is assists reducing heat gain from the interior parts of the longhouse. This is interior and exterior. It protect from heat from outside and inside the longhouse. The longhouse builder was to construct roof. This is about the roof. The construction of the roof was for part that is they're making a tunnels, the roof of the tunnels, to focus daylight to the interior parts of the longhouse. While what I just say in longhouse, there's the center of the longhouse. They need a light or light source, or they lighting sources. So in the past they don't have electric, so they use this type of design to allow light to enter the center of the each room and each part of the longhouse. This roof light tunnels provide lighting quality that is almost similar with the fluorescence lamp. This is the same as the lamp, or same as the light bulb lights. Beside roof lighting tunnels, some part of the roof are fixed with transparent cover. Transparent cover is actually they use it in modern time. Back in the days they don't use that one, just opening like the tunnels. The shape and design is for the shape of the design of the roof is 30-degree pitch. The design is for thermal comfort, so the heat can exchange at the upper roof. Lastly, conclusion. Traditional longhouse has practiced a few of the bioclimatics approach to maintain comfort and provide natural daylight since a long time ago. Limitation in electricity supply and events of ventilation and lighting technologies caused the longhouse builder to find solution in maintaining the thermal comfort and provide daylight of the longhouse. This solution consume less energy and zero carbon emission, which can be good example from traditional dwelling. Each component of the longhouse, from the building design to the material, play an important roles in provided thermal comfort and daylight of the dweller inside the longhouse. This is just for me. Thank you.